Hello, everybody. I am Andrew Jackson, and I am here today with Myungwan Kim. We are having an exciting day. We are going to be looking at what is going on and what has been happening in the world. Google has shocked everybody earlier this week on Wednesday. They shocked everyone by announcing a pro-level AI, also known as AlphaGo, and that it swept Fan Hui 5 games to 0. Joining me today is Myungwan Kim, 9-dan professional from the Korean Baduk Association. Thank you for joining us, Myungwan. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh man, it has been a busy week, and there has been all sorts of
All
stuff
right.
happening.
Yes. So
All sorts
shocked.
of stuff. It was just shocking. So,
Yeah. Right.
so what do you think?
Oh,
What is your reaction when you heard the news that
oh, yeah.
there was
I
a
heard.
pro AI?
Yeah. When I heard this news, I have like a goosebumps all over my
Yeah.
body. Yeah. I was kind of scared and shocked. I couldn't believe. I was sad too.
Well, it is definitely a milestone, and
Right.
where was the sadness coming from? Is it because a new era has begun, or?
As a like a professional, especially,
Mm-hmm.
I've been studying for whole of my life, and I spent so much time. But then, yeah, that's I have like a kind of you know, ego or pride that I
Sure.
can, yeah, I can, no computer program can win me, but it might be possible right now.
So you think that it's possible right now that AlphaGo could be your level?
Oh yeah, I think so.
All
I
right.
think it's possible. I look at the game like thoroughly,
Right.
and yeah, I'm going to explain later.
Okay.
But
All
yeah,
right.
it's possible.
So what do you want to explain to, like, so you've had the games and everybody's been analyzing them. I know that, like, all of the
Oh
Chinese
yeah, right.
media has been covering this, all of the Korean media, they had this
Mm-hmm.
press conference. But it
Yeah.
also has received this worldwide attention, right? It's been in the BBC, it's been in the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times, and it's just been everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I'm mostly interested in what the professionals have been saying. That Weiqi TV has been analyzing it. Balak TV has
Uh,
been analyzing it. You've been analyzing it.
oh right.
What are you excited to tell? Like, what do you have to tell us about?
So yeah, I like to tell everything I was thinking of.
Okay.
So mainly, I'm going to talk about the AlphaGo,
Right.
of course. He's is it his or her? What should
It's
I
your
say?
call.
She, it, I mean AlphaGo.
Right.
So like let's say she, her weakness, and even because it plays just like a human. Okay, let's say she's like a female professional.
Uh huh. Okay.
So her weakness, her strengths, and then difference between her and like a just real human professional, and then what she should work on. I mean, what's how she can improve.
Okay.
I kind of just like emphasize, try to open her kind of brain, and then try to explain what's going on.
Right. So looking forward to it. So which game do you want to start with here?
Let's do first game first.
Okay. All right. So here we are. We've
So
got the first game loaded up. Um, let's see. There's game one, and there's Myungwan. So it's worth
okay,
pointing out we are live here not just on the AGA YouTube channel and on Twitch, but we are also trying to be live here on Weiqi TV. We may be having some technical problems here, so I'll be working on those. Myungwan, just go ahead and take us away.
okay. So you are watching at the Go board, right? This
Yep.
one.
Yep, that's the one.
Well, first of all, I'm really impressed. I
Yes.
was really impressed. Yeah, everyone, really shocked. This AlphaGo plays just like a human.
Yes.
So I'm going to just tell how she played like a human, not like how she played like a human, because everyone knows that. So how she played unlike human,
Okay. Okay,
right?
so this is a great question. What are the ways in which it was humanoid? That's great, but what are the chinks in the armor? What are the ways that we can see that this might be beatable, right? Because the
Mhm.
real question is what's going to happen when they play Lee Sedol here coming up.
Oh, right,
Right.
right. Okay, let's get to the we are not going to see all the details of the game. So let's go to the some kind of point. So at this game, AlphaGo was right. Oh, by the way, I realized that AlphaGo's game style
Mm-hmm.
is Japanese.
Really?
Japanese style. Yeah.
How do you figure that?
So look at this. The beginning, like this one, you are not going to see this opening
Huh.
these days. Yeah, she plays very gently.
So do you
And
think that's
then
because maybe the training data that they had was biased towards Japanese professionals?
yeah, that's kind of my guess. I don't know how those Google people trained AlphaGo. You may explain that
I
later.
don't. I'm definitely not someone who knows. And we already have some of
Oh,
the
you know?
programmers watching right now, so we'll be sure
Mhm.
to. If maybe when that comes up, they can explain it. I can give a very basic explanation, but for a detailed
Yeah.
one, you'll have to ask some other folks for sure.
So, for example, like this one,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you can I can play either A or
Mm-hmm.
B. It's pretty much like both the moves make sense. Makes sense because A is kind of wider side, right?
Right.
That's a wider side. But
Right.
if you play A, black play this one, and then white doesn't like this turn, it's kind of wasted.
Right.
It's like in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
So this was understandable, even though it's the distance is quite kind of small, narrow, only
Right.
3 space. So there's not much development in the left side.
Right.
This one's understandable, but right now, because this one is not, it's not why it's not quite happy on this variation. No,
Mm.
again, it's pretty narrow, right? So at this time, if like a Chinese or Korean professional, they may choose to fight like this one.
Right.
Because the other variation is not that good. But this is kind of complicating fighting.
Sure. Sure. So something like this would be an interesting way to start a fight. Is it maybe the black is so solid on the lower left though? Is the fight considered balanced or is the fight considered equal
I,
for both?
I think it's equal. This one is almost center. Like he played
Oh,
white
for
played
white,
in the,
almost center.
yeah.
Hmm.
So it's I cannot say which one is better. Both are playable, but I would say this one is more likely to be chosen among Chinese or Korean professionals. That's what I think. So,
I see.
but she played, very gently, no fighting,
Right.
right? Just like a gentle, and then play somewhat, slowly.
Yeah, it seems very relaxed. The whole opening for black seemed
Yeah,
leisurely, right?
yeah. I
Or
mean
white,
both.
sorry. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then this one is somewhat more open, playing this much. Try to reduce as much as possible, but she also played only after this one, only 2 space jump.
Sure.
Generally, this exchange is not good for white.
Black's formation in the lower right is ideal, right? It's the
Yeah,
perfect shape for black.
right. Yeah, black took the corner. I mean, the value of number 2 is more than number 1. One is like only just extending to the side.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, again, it's kind of gentle style.
Right.
But this one is good. This one. So my finding about AlphaGo's weakness
Uh-huh.
is kind of the first she played somewhat soft,
Right.
probably too soft, and then I'm not so sure the like algorithm or something, but I kind of guess she doesn't know the value of center. I mean, at
Huh.
the next move.
Okay. Was
Do you
just
remember?
yeah, it's an
Yeah,
extension on the right, right? She plays R11.
I mean the value of center.
Yeah. So the value of Sente, as you've explained it, is it's the biggest move that's left on the board. Is that right?
Yeah, right. So after this one,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is huge.
Being able to get Sente like this is really good for black.
Yeah, and then after this, what happened is that black took all the low side, and white gets outside, which is nothing.
Hmm. So you
Look
think
at
that
this.
but right now black is ahead?
Yeah, black is ahead at this
Okay.
time, and this is only game that Fan Hui was winning.
Okay. This is the only
Yeah.
game that Fan Hui was ahead in.
Right. No,
Oh my
all the
gosh.
games, yeah, he was losing from the beginning.
Right.
Beginning to the end.
Right.
So at this time, yeah, Blake's winning. If you look at the let's count. Look at the game.
Okay.
So white has how much territory in the left side?
That's a great.
It's like a
That's
15.
we consider
Yeah,
that's totally solid then, huh?
yeah, 15. Solid like a 15. Upper side like a 10 points.
Mm-hmm,
But there's some odds like this one.
for black.
It's not. Yeah, it's not that solid. But it's 10 points. So right side like a 5. So 30 points, right?
Okay.
Because I cannot give any points for white stone here. It's just like a dummy, stones.
Right.
And then, this one looks like influence, but it's not.
Why
Right?
not?
You can, because white stones, black stones here
Uh-huh.
and here, and
They
then
just
also, yeah, and then influence might be only valuable in the beginning in certain position, but right now it's most of go boards are already decided.
right. Right.
So I cannot gain anything from the influence.
Got it.
So it's like a 30 points. But black gets basically all 4 corners.
Right. So black has the territory, and white has to turn those triangled stones into some sort of territory to keep up with what black has. But that's going to be hard because black is already in the center.
Right. So in the right low corner, it's like a 16 points.
Mm-hmm.
Like a 12, 13 points in the almost like a combined almost 30 points on the low side. In the left upper corner, like a 7 and 6 in the right upper corner. So black is winning more than 10 points on the board.
Mm-hmm.
It may sound like a not much difference, and then also it's white's turn, but I don't see how white can get extra like a 4 or 5 points.
Got it.
So at this time, yeah, black is winning. So if it's like a human game, I would say, yeah, this one B is a mistake because he didn't see the value of center, which is A.
Okay.
It's huge.
Right.
So, but I don't know how they program. Maybe they count also value of center. But so right now, if white can play here,
Uh-huh.
yeah, look at the difference.
Is D2 Sente against the black group in the lower left? It's a classic
almost.
problem, right? It's almost Sente.
Right. Almost, because if I play black play something else, then this one, first of all, I can cut
the group in the piece in the
cut
middle.
the group in the right. Yeah, that's pretty much pretty much what he can do. But yeah, that's by center, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty big.
Right, it would be a huge thing to do.
Yeah, and then right now, yeah, white can play this one too. Black cannot leave easily. No, on the low side. So it's the low side is completely different. So whether white play at A or black play at B, that's huge difference. So white should play his best in order to get center.
Okay.
Maybe he can play something like this.
So something like this would be a way for white to be sure to get Sente coming up, huh?
Yeah, try to get center.
All right.
So for example, if black play like this, I don't think it's going to happen because that's too easy for white.
That's very symmetric too with the formation on the bottom side.
Yeah. And then black doesn't gain much by this one because white is already positioned very solidly in the upper side.
Right.
And then after white play D2, then yeah, white is winning.
Okay.
But black is not going to play like that easily. Black can play here. So some kind of fighting. It's complicated. You have to count, which who gets center and who got how much, and also all those things, right?
Right. So this would definitely be a complicated fight through here.
Yeah. So it's like this one, if it happens like this, black's territory is pretty big in the left side, in the
Right.
right side, even though white is also big, but white can get center and then play here, and then it can well compensate. So okay, let's count again. I didn't count this one.
All right, well, you go ahead and count. I'll do some announcements of what we are, what we're doing, some station identification. I'm Andrew Jackson. This is Myungwan Kim, 9-Dan professional from the Korean Baduk Association. We're reviewing the games that shocked the world on Wednesday. The AlphaGo versus Fan Hui, 2-Dan professional. Fan Hui is the European champion, and if you at home are trying to count the score right now, I'm going to disturb your efforts here by switching to some statistics that we've had our statistics department work up here. You see here we have the ranks of the two players. Fan Hui, 2-Dan professional. AlphaGo's rank, of course, unknown. Fan Hui started learning Go in 1988. AlphaGo, as near as we know, started learning in 2015. Fan Hui has won 3 consecutive European Go Championship titles, 2013, 2014, 2015. AlphaGo, as far as we know, has not yet competed in any of the European Championship titles. And as you can see in their particular performance, 2015, the only games we have on record are AlphaGo's 10 games, where AlphaGo won 8, lost 2. The more interesting stat, perhaps, is the power consumption. At rest, we know that Fan Hui consumes about 20 watts. Most of that in his brain. And from the paper that was released in Nature, we estimate that AlphaGo is using over 6,400 watts. Again, that's a rough estimate. We don't have a clear understanding of those numbers. I should also make a disclaimer. While I'm Andrew Jackson and I do work for Google, I have had nothing to do with this project, and none of the opinions you hear tonight are those of my employer. They are strictly me speculating with my friend. I work on a billing system a million miles away from DeepMind, so please do not take any of the things that I say this evening as statements from my employer. Yeah, I think it's funny, but I gotta say that. So,
yeah.
all right.
Really? Okay.
So you got the count. What's the count for us?
Yeah. So it's black has like a 65 points, pretty a lot, and white has like 55. But if black should play this one, then white can make some additional territory in upper side. Somewhere here, and also if I play something like this one, there's some RJ here, so I think it's pretty much close this time.
Right.
White has some chance too, so it's not as like he was losing as the real game.
Got it.
So I think this variation can give better possibility, better winning probability to white, because white in the real game white was losing. So far, I think AlphaGo plays somewhat too soft, and I doubt that she understands the value of center.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, how does it develop? What's the secret behind?
Well, I just got finished saying if there are secrets, I don't know what they are. But I can tell you what I do know, which is that the game is played by, it's seeded with a large set of training data from KGS, from other game databases that are available, and then it plays itself many times to sort of train what's called its distributed convolutional neural network. And that that neural network is essentially has a bunch of connections between various features of the board, and through this training it's supposed to sort of be learning how to find good moves. This is sort of the very loose summary of what's going on here.
Okay.
But basically it's played itself millions and millions of times.
But they have all Japanese games then.
Well, they have. My guess is that most of the games databases, most of the easily available games databases like GoGoD, which is also compiled by a British author, I guess you could say, or a British archivist. Those games tend to be strongly weighted towards the Japanese games.
Yeah, there's no offense to Japanese style, but that's kind of represent like a soft game style, right? So, but if you sometimes you have to play very hard, but yeah, and then I kind of think they they use a kind of algorithm that they read some like a 20 moves or something like that, and then evaluate the game. So maybe they didn't plug in the how to calculate the value of Sente or something.
So that
I don't know.
there isn't anything that specifically calculates something like the value of Sente. They have
Mhm.
a way to play out a position like they do the Monte Carlo simulation to roll out a position. They have a neural network to suggest good moves to read next, and then they also have a network that's trained to evaluate the position at the end. But whether or not that network has learned something like what the value of Sente is would be something that you'd have to do by inspecting the network itself. It would be really hard to just say,
Okay.
has the network learned it?
Mhm.
You'd have to dig into the individual relationships and see if you could find one that is related to Sente, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
So,
actually, the other one, I would say, at this time. So yeah, you are going to play this one, right?
sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure. You can't think anything else. Then
Sure.
just connect this one. And then if you crunch like hundreds of thousand games,
Right.
all the games, black white would play just this one, connect, right?
Right.
But in this particular shape, white might play white. It might be better to play this one.
Huh.
You never saw this one. I never saw this
No,
one.
I would never see that. Absolutely.
Yeah, and then okay, look at what's going to happen next. So it may look like this. But then if I play black play just connect, then this one is center. I mean almost center.
Almost
because
Sente. That's right.
Yeah, almost center because I can play here.
Can black descend at F2 instead? Because this looks like a huge squeeze.
Yeah.
Is
So-
the empty triangle any better?
So yeah, this one is kind of squeezing too much, right?
Got it.
Actually no, it's black can play this one,
Ooh.
but then oh yeah, it's not almost center because black can play here, but I can cut outside. So yeah, I can gain something. So there's some, I would say, yeah, let's say definitely there's some aji.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and this one big end game too. So yeah, this shape is way better.
Even though it
because-
would be so unintuitive to not connect. That's crazy.
Right.
Wow.
Black can play this one too. But still, yeah, this one is better. Remember in the real
Wow.
game, he
White
got
shape isn't
no
very
white gets
helpful.
nothing. It's minus because black gets a lot.
Right.
And then this one is actually was centered too. This push was
Right.
centered for black because of a cut.
Right.
Yeah, black play this one pretty soon. Yeah, it looks like this. But right now, white gets something like 7 points, and black cannot save this one. And then there's some end game like white can play here too, or this one. So
Right.
yeah, it's just this one just is better.
Looks better for white. Okay.
Yeah.
So white
And
misses
then-
that.
Yeah, right now the difference actually is center. It's black center. So
Right.
yeah, that makes sense. It's like a more than 10 points difference, right? Yeah, and then black gets center, but the value of center right now is not that big. It's kind of he can play it at best like this one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's second line. It's not that much, right? Yeah, he played after this one having very expensive center. Why play just this one?
Well,
It's not much.
So it's interesting that you mentioned this because I did look at Antti Tormanen, a Finnish professional of the Nihon Kien, the Japanese Go Association, and he was looking at this move S13 as one that helps stabilize white in the fight that's about to happen. and that because white got to play here, that it actually ends up being a surprisingly big point, because white is now solid and thick and doesn't have to worry about anything in the fight.
You
So
mean for this game?
yeah, for this game right here, yeah, talking about this move.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, so I'm curious to hear, where did white catch up? Where did she catch up here?
Okay, so
Right.
I can show you some of his mistake.
Mm-hmm.
The obvious mistake was this one. It looks like a losing move. This one is losing move.
This Hane. Okay.
Yeah, because it's blocked, and then white could gain some points in this area.
So where does black need to play instead?
Yeah, just this one. It looks like a very simple one.
Huh.
Yeah, if I play here, then why cannot block outside?
And also
Right
can't
now.
cut black either.
Yeah, and then there's why you cannot expect any territory in this area right now. In the center as well. The
Right.
center is also very fragile because this push and cut.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere here is center.
Mm-hmm.
If I play this one and least, I can come out this way. Black cannot cut, right?
Right.
If I had to play this one, that's huge difference. In the real game, white would just block and then gain some territory in the center. Black could have played I think better before, but at least this one was a huge mistake.
Okay. Were there other moves here in this first one that surprised you, or that that would make you think that AlphaGo is a bot and not a human?
No, she played almost as a human, but I just see like some mistake.
Okay.
So some other mistake like this one.
Uh-huh.
I see she tries to mimic a human professional, but too much.
Uh-huh.
So like this one,
Uh-huh.
if like a top professionals, yeah, I think they can they have to play this one.
They would realize that this is a time to break with what the common patterns are.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're more creative.
Okay.
Like A and B. So B is not conventional at all, but yeah, it's just they can find out.
Huh.
So it's not AlphaGo is not creative because I think that's the way she learned. She learned from the humans patterns, human game. So she cannot really create her own game style
Okay.
or like some kind of unique move.
Okay.
So they might hurt a lot
In a game against Lee Sedol. Because
right.
what we're really dancing around the question of here so far is what's going to happen in March when we play Lee Sedol. And
okay.
So
yeah,
maybe we should just take that head on right now and ask Myungwan, do you think that the player who we see right now as white would be able to beat Lee Sedol?
Okay, so first of all, really my hats off to Google team.
Okay.
And I really respect. And then no offense at all.
Uh-huh.
No, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, huh?
It's not going to happen. It's right now from these 5 games, I can see her strength right now will be 1 handicap.
Okay.
And probably like a couple of reverse commit.
Okay.
And surprisingly, many professionals say it's like almost the same thing.
Huh. That consensus has been fairly unanimous, huh?
Yeah, right. So a little bit more than 1 handicap different, but this game is like 5 months ago, before March, right?
Right.
So I can see she can probably progress a little bit more. So by the time she play against Lee Sedol, with all respect, it might be 1 handicap difference.
Okay. Okay, so they might make it to a 1 handicap difference. Does that mean that AlphaGo will not win any of the games, or that it'll be like 4-1 or like 3-2, or what do you think?
So I guess she might be almost the same as me then. But then I don't see I can win any of games.
Really?
5 games.
You would go 0-5 against Lee Sedol.
If I'm lucky, then I probably can win like one
Okay.
game.
And
But
that's I guess the next question, because when we were broadcasting the Kudje versus Lee Sedol games, we saw both players make mistakes, right?
oh yeah, right.
And they made moves that they maybe shouldn't have made. Maybe they blundered. Maybe they got tired. Listening to Fan Hui give his interviews after the game, we heard that he was very dismayed and that his confidence had been shaken, and that the fatigue that you can get when you realize that the computer you're playing will never get tired, will never get distracted. It won't ever, blunder in the same way that you will blunder trying to keep your head in the game, right? So I guess the question is that going to be a factor in the game against Lee Sedol?
I found her strength too.
Uh-huh.
Which is one of it was like she doesn't fear making call.
Sure.
Yeah, at the what game was it?
Do we want to switch to that game? The last game?
Oh
Game
yeah,
5?
right. Yeah, I think that was last game. Let's go to the last game.
All right, let's go to the last game. Switch things, get the last game up. Yep. 5. There you go. You have control on game 5.
Okay.
Switched over here.
So move 140.
Okay.
Okay, this one.
Right.
So are you looking at the game?
I am looking at the game. We got it up on the screen. You got it.
So this one, this game, why was winning like almost like from the beginning?
Do you want to go over that? Yeah. Do you want to talk about that, or do we want to talk about the co-point first and then go back?
Okay, we can talk about this one first because we are looking at the call right now.
Okay.
So if it's like a human probably afraid of making this call. Because white is winning.
Right.
And then I can just avoid the call, probably like this one.
Sure.
So if I play here, then just kind of make a slow move, and then try to make sure that he's white is not going to lose much by making the call. But AlphaGo wasn't afraid of making this call.
Okay.
And then he was right. Its call is very difficult. But she's very good at call, making counting all the core threads,
okay,
like the value of core threads and value of each core threads, and then even after the trades, after this trade, this trade.
So
then
hang on. You're assuming that she did things like count the co-threats, or the processes that are happening here may not be as simple as just having it.
Oh no,
because there's no special code, as near as we know, that counts co-threats or that takes care of these special cases. So it's sort of a mystery to know what part of the neural network learned about co. But it's not a guarantee. Let me put it. I don't know anything about DeepMind or AlphaGo, but I do know that other neural network bots and other Monte Carlo search bots are sometimes they're great at co and sometimes they're not. So it's an interesting question. This one seemed to be very good in this co, but this was, I think, the only major co fight that we saw across 5 games.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I would be unwilling to conclude that AlphaGo is great at co just from this one, although it did a great job. So anyway, I love your assessment that this was a great co for white to fight.
Yeah,
anyway,
but I don't know. She was right. I mean, after this trade, then look at this one.
Okay.
So her evaluation is very correct too. So she didn't try to save the low side. Yeah, this one. Just playing here is good enough. And then just gave up the low side. So yeah, once she's winning, then she can just make it very simple too. Probably not as simple as like in human way, because I think it's like a top professional. They probably wouldn't make this call and still be winning.
And they would try to win just in a simpler way.
Yeah, right. But I don't know how it works. But to AlphaGo, maybe this one is simpler way. If she's very good at evaluating core threats and even like after the trade. So yeah, it was. She's not at least like she's not weak at core.
Got it.
Yeah, that's my no feeling about her. And yeah, for this game, the reason why black was behind was because after this one,
Hmm.
the main reason
Mhm.
it was close until this point, but after this one, yeah, that one is very interesting move too. So it was like a major trade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, major trade, and then white removed the center, and black could have gained this one, which he should have played. But after this one,
He starts to attack too soon.
right, and then right now, no, white AlphaGo knew that the center group is not going to be attacked.
Hmm.
Yeah, because this group is not completely alive.
Hmm. Whereas if black had captured those stones on the left with b4, if black had taken white's point instead, now those stones are completely alive, and now black can attack.
Right. So yeah, after this one, white was like winning, like straightforward. But at this game too, she made a big mistake.
Really?
This one, yeah, this is a big mistake.
It's a big mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, what should she have played instead?
Just don't play this one.
Just play somewhere else?
Yeah, because after this, right now, the left side is completely alive. White is completely alive.
Okay.
This one. Yeah, because basically it's A or B.
Okay.
It's Miai.
Right.
But after this, no, that's after this, if black play here, which black play pretty soon, white is not alive.
It's a ko now, right?
Yeah, it's ko.
Okay.
So this A and B are pretty big mistake.
Okay.
But because of that, this one is not centered. C is not centered.
For black.
For black. So there's like a pros and cons, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's very difficult to really know how much valuable is C for black.
Hmm.
And then whether white can make a call or not. So that one would be very difficult to calculate, I think. But I would say the value of C having center is not no greater than just playing A11 and make a call. No, not valuable than just black being able to make call for the whole group in the left side.
Got it.
Does it make sense?
Oh, you're saying so black being able to make ko is more valuable than the value of taking away of the sente at C, is that right?
Yeah, right. And then especially in the beginning, there's no core threat. It's kind of human, like a common sense for human.
Right.
I mean, just in this core, it's in the beginning. And I wouldn't even think about that because there's no core threat. I don't want to make this big core.
Sure, we just rule it right out. We'd just be like, no co's from the beginning. It's a bad idea, right?
Right. But if it's not like a preset idea, then she should just find out by herself, right?
Got it.
So yeah, at this time, if you see a little bit more, yeah, she couldn't make a call, just play this one. It's like a huge loss. Yeah, this exchange at this time, if white black play this one, it's just dead, right?
Right.
It's a huge loss.
Right.
So in the top professional level, of course, if you make this kind of mistake, the game is over at that moment.
But
so
in this case, black makes a mistake very shortly after this. Is that right?
Yeah, black should just play this one right now. Just right now. Yeah.
So just capture the stones, get rid of the aji.
Yeah. Right. And then if it's like this one, I think it's pretty close game.
What does
Very
black
nice
play
pick.
instead?
Black played this one.
Ah,
So white played. Oh, this is so good move.
really?
Yeah. So she didn't play just this one,
Uh-huh. Instead, she
but
comes pushing through the
instead, yeah,
middle.
right. Then just destroy the center,
Hmm.
which I think would be very difficult to evaluate as a human too.
Right.
But it seems like just removing the potential in the center will be more valuable than saving the group in the other side. So yeah, black also made I think mistake this one. I think Fan Hui should fight.
Got it.
Yeah, that's too much wasted. I mean,
It's
unless
it's too hard to
yeah,
let white come through there and just rip the shape in half, huh?
yeah, right, and then just unless you're winning, no, certainly.
Right.
But
Right.
this is too early.
Hmm.
Yeah, he should fight.
Wow,
I
he should
mean,
fight that way.
yeah, like this one at least. So something like this.
Sure.
The value of this one is pretty small. I mean, this one just gave up the 2 stones so much easily.
Right.
The 2 stones. Okay, we are talking about his strength,
Right.
right? Yeah.
About
AlphaGo strength.
AlphaGo strength.
Yeah. Not afraid of call.
Not afraid to go.
I think yeah, and then yeah, I can guess. He shouldn't afraid of Lee Sedol. Facing Lee Sedol. Yeah, there may be like a plus point.
Hmm.
overall.
So I know that some of the pros who have played exhibition matches against bots. You yourself was one of the first professional players
Oh yeah.
to play
Right.
to lose to a bot, right? I think.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sorry if
So-
it's still a bad
yeah.
memory, but you were giving it 9 stones, right?
Right. It's
So-
9 stones. Okay.
And one of the things that I heard from Lee Ha-jin was she was playing an exhibition game where she was giving a bot 6 stones, and she said, if it was a human, they would be intimidated, they would be afraid, they would let me get away with overplays, but because it's a bot, it doesn't. So
Yeah, that's
know.
right. Yeah. Okay, but she has like a more weaknesses.
Okay.
So like playing again, the first one I mentioned was like too soft.
Okay.
The second, too kind of obsessed of following patterns.
You want to show us an example?
The first game.
Oh
like a
yeah, in the
connection.
first game with the connection, yeah. Okay.
Right. And then there's some other examples too. And then she doesn't understand the RG. So I can show you this one from the second game.
From the second game. All right, let's switch over
let's
to
go
the second game.
Right.
Switch over to the second game. Switch to there. We're gonna switch here. You have control.
Okay.
Go for it. This.
Fan Hui didn't choose the right Joseki.
You didn't like this choice of the large avalanche?
Yeah, this is not Joseki anymore. This is good for black.
Right.
Yeah, there's some other moves like something like this one. There's new Joseki.
Oh, some new choices.
Yeah, so she's Fan Hui should have played something new. This is a very old one.
So of course it will probably know the old variation.
Yeah, but this one. So this is the thing. Yeah, black professionals make this exchange, but they know exactly why they make this exchange.
Okay.
But AlphaGo doesn't.
Hang on. Why did they make that exchange? You gotta tell us.
Okay, so first of all, right now this exchange is bad exchange. The reason is that after this, I can explain that one first.
Right.
Right now, this one is not centered.
Aha! That's a huge difference in that fight.
That's huge difference.
Wow.
Because of this exchange.
Wow, okay.
So without this exchange, yeah, why is that?
Sure.
So yeah, at this time, This is so bad exchange. This is so bad exchange.
So this would, if in a pro game, this would already be black would be a little behind, right?
Not really, because this Toseki is itself is good for black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but sometimes you can make this exchange. Let's
Uh-huh.
say if white was I mean this one, sometimes white can play this one too, right? Yeah, then this is fine. This exchange is completely fine, and it can be a good exchange if he made for example, if he should play this one first at this time. Right now, it might be a good exchange. So you have to make sure that if you play this one, this A, you have to play B2.
Right.
The reason is that I can show you later, long moves later. Yeah, something like this.
Sure.
Black probably should have played something like this. No, in the real game, he played she played this one. Yeah, she played this one, and then these are all center.
Right.
So she got only 2 stones, but maybe she didn't gain much.
Sure.
So maybe this one will be better. Then the corner is very vulnerable too, right?
Right.
So those kind of move, but probably shows afraid that if somehow white play the outside. This one is center, right? This one is center, and then it's not alive by itself.
Okay.
It's just dead.
It's just dead by itself.
Yes, yeah, by itself.
Unless it has something on the outside, right?
Oh, right.
Okay.
Inside only is dead. But let's say she played this one first. Then she can leave. Even after this exchange, let's say this exchange, because black can take it, right?
Right.
I mean, this one doesn't have. This one doesn't have? Why can always play first and then leave?
Got it.
That's the difference, and that's why you play this move.
Okay.
But that's a kind of long move
after,
right?
Yeah, that's planning a ways in advance for sure.
Yeah, right.
Right.
And it's not sequential. I mean, it doesn't come right away.
Sure.
So
it's not immediate.
It's not immediate. So we say it's kind of aji, right? Kind of hidden variation, like afterward. Not immediately following.
I'm mostly curious about how a network would respond to patterns like this, and how well you could say it has learned about that sort of aji, because I think that that's one of the hardest things for these networks of these neural networks to learn, is that idea of these features that are hard to track down and very difficult. That makes sense.
Yeah. So this I would say she doesn't know why. She's just like a mimic, like a professional player.
So we still have just the mirror image without the understanding. Okay.
And at this time, she should have played this song. Okay. At this time. So the reason why she can play here but not before is that if I play this song, why cannot play this song right now? Because there's no cutting.
Right. Now black can push up, right?
Yeah, black can push up.
Right.
But at this time, after this, if black play here, then I can play this song. And then that's what actually he played. So this is the right timing to play this one here. And then play here. So A and B, if you play A, you should make sure that you play B too.
Because that was the point of playing A, was it gave you that.
Exactly. So she doesn't have like a deep understanding of all the variation. This is not immediately following.
That's very interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a great example too.
Right. And then I have another weakness.
Okay.
From this game.
Sure. So let's sort of summarize what's happened. Black has these fights that goes along. Where does white make it his mistake?
So this is so overplayed. So much moves like
for white.
Yeah, for white.
Well,
And this is
remember, so
overplay.
this is game 2, and in the interview with Fan Hui, he said that after losing by 2.5 points in game 1, that he really wanted game 2 to be, he really wanted to fight and fight hard going into game 2. So apparently all of these white overplays are the fact that he really wanted to
right.
fight right from the start.
Yeah, and then this one doesn't make sense.
Mm.
I mean, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, it's just like a cut like here. This cross cut is so awful, so bad
For
for
white.
white. Yeah, look at this. These tones are isolated,
Hmm.
and then
Doesn't
so
look like
many
it can work.
bunch of white stones, black stones. So yeah, white should play something differently, and it's like a somewhere here, or I mean, this is not going to be very good, but yeah, this is way better for white. Yeah. So yeah, definitely, Fan Hui made a lot of mistake. I think he didn't play his best. I mean,
His fullest,
maybe not
his fullest
intentionally.
potential. Yeah.
Yeah, not intentionally, but he knew that he's playing with both, right?
Right.
So he kind of tried to trick or try to test. So all those stuff, make him not playing his best.
Sure. Do you think Lee Sedol is going to have the similar desire? Do you think he'll also want to do
That's
that?
like a $1 million here. So yeah, he's just tried to.
I mean,
Mhm.
I was gonna say we don't know how many people are going to be allowed to play DeepMind, right? He might be like $1 million and not. I'll have some fun. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, but I think he had already played just like as he played with Koja.
Okay.
Yeah,
so he's not gonna mind. He's gonna be 100%.
Right. But yeah, this one, yeah, certainly if you want to play this one to to weaker player, like a handicap game. So yeah, he's just doing the game at this time. It's that's all that. So he lost pretty much. Yeah, this one was also mistake too.
Right.
Right now, look at this one. It's completely wasted.
Oh,
it's
it
just
looks
that.
so hard. That whole so much
right.
cap.
Right. So okay, so this one, even though black is winning mainly because white made so many mistakes, so much overplay here and then wasted move.
Right.
If it's a professional, like a top professional, where would you like to play, by the way?
As black?
Hmm?
I like that original move at 03. I think that seems normal, assuming I'm not destabling my group.
Yeah, completely normal, right?
Right.
That seems completely normal. And another example of like a following patterns, because it's kind of it looks so average. But I like to play, or like a top professionals would play this one.
As a way to try and make sure, as to complicate the game, to catch up?
To make it simple.
Oh, to make it simple.
Yeah. So the key point from now on is how white can make like a huge territory in the center.
Right.
That's the key point. Black has so much territory, right? And then if white can make like a 40 points or even more in the center, then that's the only way he can catch up.
Right.
So after this one, just like a black destroyed the white's last hope.
Right. So just doing this was just a simple way to just be like, I'm just gonna win. Right.
Yeah, right. Like kind of controlling the winning percentage, and then just remove all the uncertainties.
Instead, it goes with the pattern and follows what it knows.
Yeah. And then the left side, this one is not going to die, but it's kind of being threatened, right? So you don't want to take the risk. If you play here, it's just like a completely safe. The left side, the right side, almost like a completely safe. So that's how those top professionals would like to control the game, especially the winning game.
Right.
And then this one, they can just do it intuitively. Just play this one right away. And then they say, oh yeah, it seems like a good move,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I saw the interview with who's the name of this inventor?
Aja Huang?
Habas.
Demis Hassabis.
Oh yeah.
Demis.
So he said, this game is so intuitive. The professional player, they just say that looks like a good move,
Right.
but that doesn't mean that there's no logic behind,
Hmm.
right?
Just because it's an intuition doesn't mean that it isn't actually
Yeah,
based on some concrete, tangible truths.
right.
Okay.
So for example, let's say like Tiger Woods, right?
Mm-hmm.
He make a very good swing,
Mm-hmm.
but he doesn't have to explain the physics, after behind the swing.
Sure.
But there's a physics, right?
Right.
So if you play this on, professional player, maybe they wouldn't bother to explain too much about the amateur's question. But
Fine.
if
No
you
problem.
but if you play this on, it decreases all the value of white stones here. Every stones.
Sure. White's counting on a big territory in the center, and if
Yeah.
black jumps out to spoil it, all of those stones are kind of
All the
silly.
stones, right? Yeah.
Right.
So it's called in Korean,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't really make sense. I don't use like a direct translation because
Okay.
that means like the big board spot or something.
That
But I
doesn't really
use
make
like
a lot of sense, right?
yeah, right. But I use like some different English words.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, yeah. So it has a pretty good reason to play here. Oh yeah, drugstore. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so I just made up some kind of go term. But yeah, but in order to see this move,
Mm-hmm.
you have to evaluate all the stones value.
Right.
You can number. I mean, this A, B, like those moves has like some kind of number, like a 20, 21, 22, and
Okay.
then by move A, it's just like a dropped by 1 or 2 points. All the moves here.
Sure. Sure.
Then you can count. You can see this kind of move, like some kind of efficient move.
The
Like
value of A is that it reduces the value of all of white stone, right? That's
right, in
why
the
you do
center.
it.
Yeah, that's why you do it. If you
Okay.
don't know that though, but you
Mm-hmm.
can play. You don't know why age good. I mean, this one, yeah, it approach to the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It use the possibility of making tattoo in the corner for white,
Right.
and then you can make tattoo on the side or the lower side. Yeah, in territory wise, yeah, that makes complete sense. But this one doesn't make sense. I mean, because it doesn't make any territory. But that's very important to know, the kind of manipulating the existing stone's value.
Right. And instead, so
So
O3
yeah,
isn't necessarily wrong, right? O3 isn't necessarily a mistake.
isn't necessarily long, but
It's just not as clear.
doesn't increase the winning possibility, I would say.
Hmm.
It's more complicating. Right now, it's getting more complicating.
Got it.
And then why should I play this one? He's behind, of course. He's not going to worry about this cross cut.
No, he has to start the fight, right?
Yeah. Of course, he should play here. He should just play very as aggressively as possible. This is somewhat slow move. Again, I'm not going to talk too much about Fan Hui's mistake because
Okay.
yeah, it's kind of biased. But at this time, white caught up a lot.
Really?
Especially white play something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So at this time, when he played this mistake, the game should be over. Clear.
When he
Yeah,
played,
very
you mean
clearly.
A and B in the upper
Yeah,
left?
after A and B,
Okay.
no, white should be losing
Mm-hmm.
and shouldn't have any chance. But right now, he probably have chance because in the right side, look at you can see these stones. These are very valuable, right? And then with this one, you can even create a big territory in the center. Again, the key point of this game was how much territory white can make in the center.
Right.
That's kind of kind of trunk. You have to follow.
Okay.
So like a big strategy for both.
Mm-hmm.
White should do very hard to make a territory in the center. Black should very hard to prevent that. That's kind of easiest way to win.
So white has to play k4 to be consistent with that plan.
Right.
Right.
But he just played this one, kind
Mm.
of ruined the opportunity. So right now it's much more difficult
That was
to
even
make
harder.
it complicating. Yeah. And then yeah, Jenny told me this one. I didn't see this one, but it's kind of I didn't pay attention. But right now,
Uh-huh.
yeah, he's Black could play this one and it's
Wow.
dead.
And that would kill?
Yeah, it's dead. It's just dead.
And he missed this life and death.
Yeah, he missed this life and death.
Or I guess she missed it. AlphaGo missed it.
Yeah. She missed it. So after this one,
Wow.
this is alive.
What a difference.
But this one you can in the human perspective, if you see this mistake, then you can say, oh yeah, she's like like a couple of handicap away from at least from professional, because that's so easy one.
Sure. But Myungwan,
If you're like a high dan,
now one of the things that robots do, I don't know if you've watched many of the robot games on KGS. We have Zen, you've got Crazy Stone, you've got Mogo, you've got a bunch of these robots that play when they're online. When they're ahead, when they think they're ahead, they don't try and keep playing very hard. They just want to win by half a point, to the point where if there are dame on the board, it will happily fill in its own territory until it gets to within a half-point margin, and then it'll start playing the other dame. Like,
actually,
so is it possible that this is just that AlphaGo is so far ahead that it doesn't need to kill?
I know exactly, because I played. Remember Moyo? So I was losing a lot for that game with 9 handicap, but at the end I lost only 1.5 because the Mogo feel like her own territory too. So I wouldn't pay that much attention to this grade, like her level by not playing this one.
Okay.
So because she was winning, so
it doesn't matter.
Maybe it don't matter much. It doesn't really matter whether she played this one or this one. But this one probably matter more. Not playing this.
Not playing that.
Yeah, because that kind of indicates that she doesn't evaluate the existing stone's value, or she's not able to manipulate, or even doesn't see it at all. It exists.
So this is some great opportunities for Lee here coming up if he can capitalize it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you think? Should we take a little break here and then we'll come back and we'll do the next couple games? What do you want to
do? You can just do some maybe let's look at the third game.
Okay. All right, let's go to the third game. All right. Game 3, there's Myungwan. You have control. Bring that game up here. Game number 3. There it is. Change the text. Game 3. Change the names. 3. There we go.
Oh, this game is very similar to the 5th game. So Black played actually better in the beginning. Oh, this move, by the way, is very good move. It's all just like a human play. Yeah, this one.
It looks like Black is so far behind already. His stones seem like they've been squeezed on dame points, right? It seems like Black is behind and that White is already ahead. Is that just? That's just my perception, but it seemed like Black is already.
Yeah, but actually Black will fight here, so maybe it's not that much behind. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so White didn't play this one right away because she knows it's not going to be good fighting. So play this kind of prepared for the cross card.
Right.
Which is actually one of my lessons. Preparation of cross card is very important. If you think it's not going to be good fighting, then you shouldn't cut.
Right. Don't cut until you know it's going to be good for you. A lot of sense.
Yeah, right. And then black should just play this one, I think. So at this time, this one was actually good. Try to gain something here. It might be a very small mistake though, but I paid attention to this one.
Okay.
This one looks like okay. I mean, you may have. It looks like you have seen this one before.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that right off the bat.
Just to leave some RJ. But at this time, it's just like a bad mistake, bad exchange.
A few points, maybe,
Yeah, that's it's not only a few points, because if I play this one first, later, if I play here, I can make an I there. There's an I. But at this time, there's no I.
There's no I after white connects.
Yeah,
that's really interesting.
Right. Yeah, that one I possibility, like a happen I, right? There might be a big difference, when you're fighting.
Right.
So this one also, this move, indication that she follows, or that's a kind of mimic, like a professional player. She should have seen this move, somewhere, some of her data, but not this time, because white is kind of black is super strong outside. No RG at all.
So can you show that actually about how black kills white after white, say, extends at D17?
Okay.
It might be with just going into a few more. Because black is so strong, black can play really extreme, like at E18, and he doesn't have to worry.
Yeah. So normally, if you see this side only, the corner only, if you don't concern outside, then there should be some RG. Right? Yeah, there should be some RG. Like, I mean, this one might be center, and maybe even B center. The power, the pressure C gives will be different. There might be so much RG.
Right.
Or some like a hidden weakness.
Right.
But not this game. Not in this position.
Okay, so that's a slightly losing exchange for white.
Yeah. Not only this one, black has also A, B, C, like a super strong outside. So no RJ. And then it looks like a slight difference. But how much difference are we talking about? Like a 3?
Yeah,
3
maybe.
points?
Yeah.
4?
That's a huge amount of points, though.
That's a huge amount of points on the top professional level.
Right. Lee Sedol is not going to let you get 4 points for free.
Yeah, if you make that mistake, mistake, you're not going to be top professional, of course.
Right.
Not even professional. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be very critical. Weakness of AlphaGo.
Well, before we go too far, can you point out where Fan Hui went astray here? Just because to the people who are not named Myungwan Kim and don't have 9-down professional after their name, it's hard for us to see where the mistake was necessarily. So having an understanding of where Fan Hui has gone astray could really help us understand and appreciate the good moves that AlphaGo has made.
So yeah, the good move AlphaGo has made was this one and this one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, this is a very good move. It's really like these are like a top professional level move.
Okay.
And then black played this one, A and B, hoping that he can get some advantage of attacking white.
Right.
So he thought, okay, yeah, of course, black should play here, and then I play this one. So probably white Fan Hui played with like with some kind of amateur player too much, probably like a teaching game.
An amateur player who would connect without thinking.
Yeah, this one is kind of so of course, he should connect this one, and then Fan Hui can take advantage of it. But yeah, he's just counterattack. This is a very good counterattack. Like black cannot cut here right away. So black should play some kind of bet exchange. And then still he shouldn't play. He couldn't play this one because if he played this one, this doesn't work. Still it doesn't work.
Ouch.
So
You still can't cut.
Yeah, she should shrink himself. This was definitely better shape, but he played this one and make this get this Atari.
Right.
And then even get this one. Yeah, white
Still
can just
can't do
connect.
it because white's connected. Oh.
Yeah, why save this one for free? So yeah, this game that one doesn't make sense. He lost here right away.
At this point, this one's over.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
we can go on. Sorry, I just wanted to go into very briefly what the mistakes were.
Actually, this time, she should have played something because somewhere here is center. So I don't know, maybe even something like this one, at least
something creative.
Something. Fan Hui could have played here, and then it might be. I think it might be okay for black because black gets so big territory in the upper side.
Right.
And then white cannot gain that much because this one looks very thick, but the whole group is not completely alive. I mean, unless he got these two stones. But in order to get these two stones, white should play like one or two moves at least. So this one looks okay for black. But that's over for the whole series, except the first game. Fan Hui played too many overplays. So that's why he lost.
Now, Lee Sedol never makes overplays, right? He's always
no. He's severe. He makes a severe move.
Severe moves, but they're not overplays. What's the
right.
difference between a severe move and an overplay?
Overplay is like this kind of move. You'll be punished.
So an overplay is a severe move that you can't get away with?
For severe move, it's very difficult to deal with it. Yeah.
All right, so what do we want to look at next? What do we want to do?
So we can review all the game, but basically I want to pinpoint like her weakness and the difference.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what I prepared.
So the weaknesses, as you've said, are she mimics patterns.
Yeah, again, the first one I said was too soft.
Too soft.
Yeah.
Doesn't know the value of Sente.
Right, and then follow patterns always.
Follows patterns.
Not creative. Right. And then mimic too much. The third one, mimic too much.
Like we see here with that B18 in the corner in the upper left.
Yeah, right. And then the previous game, the first game too. And then don't understand some of the concept, like a value, existing value.
Right.
Existing stone's value. And then don't have like a deep understanding of complicated moves.
Like that
Ajit.
Right. Like that exchange in the large avalanche.
Right. So because that's kind of not immediate variation. So if it doesn't see like a deep or if it doesn't get lesson from human. I mean because the humans, we always review the game.
Sure.
Yeah, because there's some variations, hidden variations.
And so
you want to learn from that.
This is what you've been saying. You've been saying about why the pros these days are stronger than the pros 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's right. So they studied in group. So actually this is very good. The Go, looking at the level of professional Go players would be very good example. How human can develop a Go and whatever subject probably. Right. So before they study by themselves. Right.
The pros would all sort of do their own thing. They'd go off to the mountaintop and they'd come back and they'd have an epiphany, right?
Right. That's dumbest method.
The dumbest method?
Yeah, that's dumbest method. Okay. Look at those those geniuses like Jo Hunyan and Lee Chang-ho. And then it's very good question whether Jo Hoon-yeon is actually ranked 67. I just researched it right before this commentary. And Lee Chang-ho is like a number 31 in
Right.
Korea. So what happened to him?
What happened? I mean, Lee Sedol and Lee Chang-ho were like they were in the same weight class.
Right.
But now Lee Chang-ho is 37. What? I don't know what happened to him.
So I don't think that Lee Chang-ho is weaker than before. And then that's actually what Jo Chi-hoon said. No, he said he insisted that he's actually stronger than before. So all the other Go players level has risen up. They are much stronger. They're
And
like
and that's because they're studying together?
They're studying together. And then there's some other reason, like kind of studying together. They played a lot with other professional.
Right.
A
lot of that group
internet.
Play.
Yeah, right.
So interestingly, maybe the problem is that Lee Chang-ho and Cho Hoon-hyun, they just haven't had enough time, because AlphaGo, she has played herself and studied by herself, basically. But they said a human would have to live 1,000 years to play as many games as AlphaGo has been playing with herself.
That's also kind of my point. No, they need to learn from others.
Right.
So Lee Chang-ho is actually the only one professional I know of that he played by himself. And then he can progress. No, but he just literally play by himself, like a black and white. He just take his turn. So no other professional I know of.
I'd never heard of it. I had no idea. Okay.
But that's kind of what AlphaGo does, right?
Right.
But Lee Chang-ho is kind of genius, so he can improve by that method. But even he was like a top in his era. Right now, even he's not weaker, but he's going to lose like a kind of mediocre, like a professional who studied in group and learn from others.
Right.
So
yeah. No, go ahead.
AlphaGo, I think it doesn't really matter how many games she play. She play by herself. So if she really want to progress or learn, I think she should try to play with other top professional. Maybe they can give access to other top professional to AlphaGo. I believe so many professionals would willing to play with her and teach, and then she can learn from them, and then probably also like try to make some creative move by playing by this practice. Then she can progress.
Okay, so that's an interesting. So do you think? So you say other pros would be willing to play AlphaGo, no question. That's definitely something. I have no idea if that's something that the DeepMind team has planned in advance of their match with Lee Sedol. It could be that after this match with Lee Sedol, that becomes something that they pursue. I have no idea. Again, I have no idea what their plans are. How would you? I guess the question is, the reaction from the pro community seems to be very different from when IBM developed Deep Blue to play Kasparov. It seemed like a lot of the chess professionals were very threatened and were very concerned, whereas it seems like a lot of the Go professionals are actually excited to learn with AlphaGo and to use AlphaGo to help them appreciate Go more. If that's would you say that's accurate?
Yeah. So I'm kind of rooting for AlphaGo.
Really? You're rooting for AlphaGo?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I think, and AlphaGo is kind of underdog right now. Kind of clearly with all the professional, and then as you saw the game. So it's AlphaGo. And then AlphaGo progress, and then help each other like a professional. I mean, let's say the Google team make it like a commercial. And
well, they have no plans to do that right now, so we can cross our fingers. But I haven't heard of any plans to do that.
Yeah, well, right now, actually, let me say this one. So my professionals, friends' reaction right now. Again, there's no offense. I really respect those Google team, but their response is like, "Oh, what a lucky guy Lee Sedol is."
To be able to get to
Yes.
play AlphaGo?
Yeah, there's like a $1 million. That kind of easy
Yeah.
money. Yeah,
Easy money. Oh
yeah.
boy.
So I think no one kind of worried for professional player. After they saw these games, they
Mhm.
no one kind of worried
Hmm.
right now. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think it doesn't really this is my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like I kind of do so many offensing word, but
I'm the
uh,
offensive one here, man. One I don't think you have to worry.
okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter
Uh-huh.
matter of time. I think the AlphaGo want to beat the top professional.
Mm-hmm.
The time whether she has like a couple of years, 5 years, or 10 years, even 10 years. Um, if she doesn't change the way of studying or like trying to learn from human or
Mm.
something or like some different method, she's not going to reach the top professional level in this method. I think.
Hmm. Well,
I
that
don't know.
gives
I
us
don't
some
see.
hope for March, I think. That gives us some hope for March. And that also gives us some hope that maybe DeepMind will turn it into an available product so that we can all enjoy learning from her as much as she enjoys learning from us.
Mm-hmm.
That
Right.
would be pretty great. One thing I would like to point out that might stand in the way of that is the power consumption. So I'm going to switch back to the statistics that we had here, where we observe that Fan Hui, the estimated power consumption for a human is about 20 watts of their brain when they're, at rest. There'd be more if they're doing jumping jacks. AlphaGo, in the distributed form that was written up in the Nature paper, was estimated to be consuming about 6.4 kilowatts. And that would mean that if a game takes 2 hours, at 12 and a half kilowatt hours, it would cost about $1.20 in electricity to play AlphaGo. So each game would have to cost you about $1.20. So
Oh,
whereas
okay.
I don't know what that means for what the prospects of turning it into a product are, but this is a substantial amount of electricity that's being burned here for sure.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and there's certainly that some human professional players do,
Uh-huh.
even though they don't explain or they can't even sometimes they can explain, but they just do it by practicing. And if AlphaGo doesn't know what they are, so
Mm.
it's not going to happen. I think
Mm.
it's not like a test where you can test like all the moves. It's completely different approach, right? I
Right.
don't know about that much, but that's what I think. So I suggest so AlphaGo should learn from pro or like a top professional,
Right.
and then also if AlphaGo make it like a commercial, and then human learn from AlphaGo, then human can also be kind of very strong, like a at least like a one handicap stronger than right now
Than we
the
currently are.
top professional. Yeah, right. Because that's what we have seen
Right.
already, right? With all the much better technology like the internet. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the internet seems like so like outdated, but they can play thousands and thousands of games after they play, after became professional. And then there's also many life and death programs, and they study in group, so it
Right.
makes it more than one handicap
Huh.
stronger than before.
Just by being
But
able to play each other, we've gone up a whole
right,
handicap.
with life and death too. But I believe AlphaGo can also create the life and death problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? Because she can read so many moves
Well,
so quickly.
that's a great question. I know that earlier there was a something called Deep Dream, which was
Mm-hmm.
released by another team. I'm not sure if it was DeepMind or another team within Google, where you basically take the neural network that's used to recognize images and you run it in reverse, and you use it to create the patterns that best match the neural
Mm-hmm.
network. So this would sort of be like creating life and death problems would be sort of a similar application where you run the neural network in reverse to get the most interesting go position for a computer, and it could be a very interesting whole board problems like the Ego Hatsuyo Ran or something.
Uh,
Would be neat. Mm.
recently, Park Jong-han, like number one in Korea,
Mm.
he said in public that if you know the very good life and death problem, please tell me. because I ran out of life and death problem.
He's run out. He's done them all.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
the life and death problem. Who made the life and death problem?
other pros, I
The
assume.
group program. Yeah, only professionals.
Right.
But they don't really produce a lot of life and death problem.
Hmm.
And then it's kind of he ran out. We ran out. So
We're out.
it
We're
might
out
be
of problems.
yeah. So we ran out of resources. So
That's
if
amazing.
AlphaGo can make a life and death problem, and then like those kids who started learning Go, imagine that he can learn from professional like AlphaGo. It's a professional level
That would
like
be
every
great.
day, and then so good life and death programs.
That would be really
Yeah,
great.
then I assume that the future top professional will be at least one or maybe one and a half handicap stronger.
All right.
So then yeah, AlphaGo can learn from those like a top like a stronger professional too.
That would be pretty great. That would be a truly new era of human and
Yeah,
robotic peace and harmony.
yeah, learn each other and
That
then just
sounds pretty great.
maybe yeah they can change the crown like each other. I mean several times. AlphaGo might be stronger than 5 years. Applying the new methodology and
Hmm.
learning from top professional. But if she's available to open to open to public, then like those kids who are study learning right now
Hmm.
can be stronger than AlphaGo, and then AlphaGo can learn from those kids and then be stronger
Could be
than
a real
a human.
virtuous cycle, that's for sure.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, right.
how long do you think until the KBA will let AlphaGo enter a tournament?
Oh, I
There's a
don't
question
know.
for you. I don't know.
Oh, really? That's a new
It's
idea.
just an
Yeah.
idea. It seems like if Lee Sedol is lucky to get to play AlphaGo, maybe he should. We should have a tournament to decide who gets to play AlphaGo.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm I'm really rooting for AlphaGo actually.
Hmm.
Again,
Because
and
you think
then
AlphaGo is the underdog.
oh yeah, she's underdog right now.
Huh.
And then yeah, try to I hope she can be stronger than this,
Okay.
and then you can really beat human. I mean, I want to see it. Personally, I want to see it too. Even though I might be very sad.
It's a good thing that February is such a short month, that's for sure. Because
Oh, okay.
oh man, I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. We also have some other events coming up in March. Right? We have the Nongshim Cup. Going to do some commentary on the Nongshim Cup. There's also the Elite International Mind Sports Games put on by the Olympic Committee. Those will be happening in China. Yours truly, I'm going to be going and doing some reporting from there as well. So there's a bunch of things coming up in March, but I think the big one is definitely the Lee Sedol
Oh,
AlphaGo
right.
match. That's going to be. I can't wait. Really excited. Do we want to look at Game 4 real quick, or did we cover pretty much all the big points? What do you think?
Game 4, yeah, Game 4. There's so many things.
Oh, well, then let's
But
switch to Game 4.
it's okay.
All right, Game 4.
But it's about kind of same. Yeah, all kind of same.
The same points that you had.
Yeah.
Okay. You have control?
But for yeah.
Fire when ready.
So if I say Fan Hui's mistake,
Mm-hmm.
this move, I would say almost no one plays this one. It's too slow.
Hmm.
Yeah, just approach the corner. And then if you play the corner like this, I
Yeah.
mean this is like the third move. This is what I teach, how I teach my students.
Uh-huh.
The first one is the biggest one, but third one is the least biggest one.
Huh.
Least the smallest one.
So 1 is
So
big, 2 is not as big, and then 3 is the smallest.
right. Almost always the
Hmm.
third one, this protecting the corner, is smaller than approaching the corner, like this one.
Right.
Almost always. Yeah. So this is too slow. This is too slow.
So already white maybe a step behind.
Yeah. Black has a very good framework in the left side,
Right.
which is working with his influence kind of in the right side. And then this one, I believe this one is slightly better, but Oh, but this game, AlphaGo plays very well. So she made some mistake. I mean, this one she can play this Hane, double Hane, because white is very strong, very solid attacking position. But after this one, it was okay. So I cannot really say it's her mistake.
It's white. You can't say it's AlphaGo's mistake.
You can, yeah.
Or not double Hane.
And then these are all okay, because she's winning. I mean, this one looks somewhat slow. Just protecting this one looks somewhat slow.
But you can't say it's bad because black is still okay?
Yeah, right. Like this one too. Normally you should have played here. And white is not alive.
Right.
By itself. But then maybe she was afraid of this one, making this one, and then Neda cut here. Yeah. But after this one, it's completely alive, even though white can leave too. White black didn't even take this one.
Right.
Because maybe it's something like this one is center.
Right. That'd be scary.
Because this one is center. So black didn't even take it. But that's understandable. But right now, white can leave here. If I play here, white can leave. So but black is completely alive too. Black doesn't have to worry about this cross cut.
So now, since both sides are alive, it's like black has just continued. Maybe it isn't quite as hard. Like this might be the example of black being too soft, AlphaGo being a little too soft.
Right. Right, and so this one is if it's like a human, I would say this is clearly a mistake. Because if I play this, black play this one, white doesn't even have a one eye.
Wow.
By playing this one, white can have one eye, and then this one is going to be float, going to float like in the center.
Right.
And since black has nothing to worry about, right?
Right.
Everything
Black is totally solid.
Totally solid. So yeah, this exchange, it might be like I would say like a 5 dan mistake. If it's like a higher than 5 dan, maybe 6 dan.
But is black still ahead?
So that's why I can say. I mean, that's what she's programmed to, right? Probably. So.
She's probably trying to make it as uncomplicated as possible.
Right. But her reading was very good. I mean, this one. Yeah, this is what I found out. AlphaGo's reading is very good. So
can you give us an example?
Yeah, like this one is at if I play here, black cut this one, and make sure that black doesn't leave here. And then at this time, it looks like a complicated.
It does look complicated.
Yeah. So after this, why is that?
Right.
And then AlphaGo can read pretty much very clearly everything about this liberty racing.
Because there's no eye. Oh.
Yeah, right. So black has 5 liberties, white has only 4.
Is there a problem with the Hane at K13 for black?
Oh no, this one doesn't work because of this cut here.
Oh, I mean before the other cut has happened. There. Anyway, that's okay. We can.
Oh yeah. I can try to play this one, but yeah, that doesn't work either. Yeah, actually, whatever happened, that doesn't work. Okay, anyway, so yeah, her reading is very good. So because of this one, if she read this one very accurately, then it justifies the mistake of A. And it may not be a mistake because she knew that exactly what's going to happen next.
Right.
So that's pretty much very advanced level.
Okay, so that's sort of the similar stuff that we looked at. Otherwise, that Atari, like you said, was a 5-down mistake.
Yeah, right. So, and then this is kind of what kind of patterns,
That
right?
looks basic. I mean, I feel like I've seen that.
Right. Yeah, right. Those patterns, but this one is correct. Yeah, this is correct. Very good. Then this one is so good move. So if I play,
Okay.
if I play this one, black can play here, and then leave by center.
Wow.
So white should play this one, then black takes it, but then because of this exchange,
Mm-hmm.
black can threaten all the white group.
With the descent. So it turns its
Right.
endgames seem to be very strong. Is that right?
It's not endgame. It's a kind of like just reading.
Just reading, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Well, it sets up the sequence correctly, right? And it's able to
Right.
correctly exploit things.
So if she doesn't make this exchange before,
Mm-hmm.
this is not threatening, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then if he doesn't play this on, I mean after this, if she didn't make this exchange,
Mm-hmm. Now,
if,
white will
now
answer
white can
differently.
just differently. Now white is just like it's much better.
Right.
White is almost alive, by itself. But right now it's not.
Great.
After this, black can just connect by core. So yeah, that's very good move. Very good.
All right.
But again, if it's like a professional level, then they can all play. I mean, it's very amazing. I'm really shocked the way she played,
Sure.
but it's not. That doesn't mean that she can play as like a top professional.
It is difficult. It seems like Google moved the goalposts themselves. Like what they did here is incredible. Having an AI that is this strong is a huge accomplishment. But then they immediately challenged Lee Sedol, which made everybody be like, okay, well, if that's the thing, then we're gonna say maybe your accomplishment isn't that great because the first thing that you did was they then changed what the goal line is, right? Like they just moved it that
That's
much
right.
farther away. So,
That's it's in my opinion that's too early. I think
so
why they are so hurry.
maybe they're very confident. I don't have
They're
any.
confident.
I'm not privy to the decisions at that level because that's where the really big guys are making choices.
Yeah.
But there's no question. It's hard for us to remember that this is a huge accomplishment when the next thing they do is they then challenge Lee Sedol. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad to know that somebody is rooting for AlphaGo because it seems to me that most of the folks I know are rooting for the human. Are you just trying to get in good with the AI before it takes over the world? Like, are you just trying to make sure that you're its friend, right? If an AI takes over and starts running all of our, defense satellites, they'll be like Myungwan Kim. Myungwan Kim was rooting for me in that game.
Okay. Yeah, I'm friend of his.
Yeah, that's
Friend
right.
of AlphaGo, right?
You're AlphaGo's friend.
Yeah. I really. I mean, when I actually when I first heard the story, then of course I was rooting for Isador. I just kind of
You can't not,
please,
right?
yeah. But right now it's AlphaGo.
Because you think AlphaGo is the underdog.
Yeah, and then I want to see really AlphaGo wins the human. So they'll be very amazing.
Well, hopefully they won't keep us waiting until March to see more game records because I think that everybody would like to see some more game records from AlphaGo before the match against Lee Sedol, right? Like, has it been getting better? There's so many questions.
So for White, this movie is better. So he was
Yeah.
losing. So this. Anyway, so how did they get that confidence? I mean, I'm just curious.
I have no idea.
No
We'll
idea.
see. I don't know. We'll see.
Yes. I mean, they of course know the difference, the difference level between Fan Hui and Lee Sedol. That's so.
I mean, you hope that they would know the difference, but I don't know if they're. I mean, maybe they do.
Okay. So for this game, another example. So this one, Black is winning anyway, but if you know this one for sure, then yeah, you can play here. This is core, by the way. Not this core. If you play, there's so many ways to make this core, but so something like this one, the easy one. So this is core. So she doesn't afraid of this core. Of course, this kind of easy one, but yeah. So she can read pretty much accurately, after core.
That accurate reading is scary. I couldn't read that.
Yeah. After this one, yeah, because this card is center. This is what she played. No, she didn't make this one. Looks like a professional. So after this one, Black can make this card and play here. So this one doesn't work.
Oh. That's brutal.
Yeah, right.
That is a great little shortage of liberties.
Yeah, her reading is very good. Reading might be her strength, in fact. Yeah, so accurate reading. So Isadora shouldn't try to get advantage or making either core or just like a fighting. I think he can do some vague concept like a value of existing stone or like aji.
Right.
Or maybe like some setting up the strategy.
Maybe
I don't know
just
how,
keep the situation fluid. Have lots of aji everywhere.
Right. So yeah, these are like her weaknesses.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing your analysis with us. Great.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
We want to go into any more.
Okay, let me see. I was thinking about humans' strength over AlphaGo. So other than like a value, the patterns, right? So I think professional, especially like a top professional, they follow patterns. That's right. They follow patterns, but they know when to go against patterns.
Right.
By just like having remember like those sixth sense.
Right.
Yeah, they were like this sixth sense, and then no when okay, this is the time that I have to make a creative move. I have to go against the patterns. But can explain very well when.
Right. This is why it's been hard to write Go AIs in other ways. Like the first attempts to write Go AIs were trying to encode all of the different rules, like Hane at the head of 2 and connect against a peep. And you try to write each of those rules very explicitly, and then the program would be very bad because we can think of scenarios where Hane at the head of 2 is a mistake, or the 1-point jump turns out to be wrong, or like you had there where connecting is not very good.
Right. But just solving life and death problem helps a lot. So actually, having trying to make life and death problem for AlphaGo may help herself to prepare or go against like those patterns too.
By helping her be more creative.
Yeah, be more creative and just go against the patterns, because if you solve life and death problem, there's no patterns.
Right.
Yeah, you have to check all the possibilities within that enclosed area, and there might be good practice, at least for human. Then if you solve life and death problem, they can help to follow the patterns like all the time. If you go against the patterns, if you want to go against patterns, then you have to read, and then you have to make a good vision not to do it, not to follow patterns, right? So yeah, that might be another advice for AlphaGo. Just make life and death problem, and that's exactly how those kids, including Lee Sedol, improved a lot. He made a lot of life and death problem when he was like a professional, like a 2 or 3 time professional, among all other like young professionals. So, and Aji again, I don't know how to calculate this one, but yeah, she should know how to do the Aji thing, how to calculate. it's the variation which doesn't come right away. And also another one from the night move, I the influence, right? The value of existing stones.
Sure, sure, sure.
So she seems like or throughout the game, all the 5 games, she seems like doesn't manage very well for the winning percentage. Sometimes she could have made like much easier,
Right.
but took some unnecessary risk when
Hmm.
she was winning.
Okay.
So okay, the winning percentage kind of vague concept. So I don't know which one is like definitely better winning percentage, but that might be a good example, right? Just reducing all the possible headache or uncertainties. So I don't know how much they would get my advice, but this is what I can
We did have one
come
of the
up with.
programmers watching the show earlier, but it is 3 in the morning in London, so he went to bed already. But we did
Oh,
see
okay.
Aja Huang, one of the programmers, who I haven't seen quoted as much in the articles.
My students had 2 suggestions
Hmm.
and 1 question.
Yes.
So he kind of suggested me the same thing. He should learn from me. I'm kind of kidding, but
Okay.
yes. And then also, can it beat me? I got this question many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can it beat you, Myungwan Kim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I was thinking about it. I think she's reaching to the top of the exponential graph.
Mm-hmm.
She's becoming very fast, becoming strong very fast.
Right.
But right now, her progress will be very tedious,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? Almost none. No,
Hmm.
it's until this much. But again, I respect those AlphaGo and his team. So right now she might be weaker than me, but I think she can beat me
Okay.
maybe even in this algorithm.
So
Yeah.
this
So
approach, definitely.
yeah, because she can kind of practice a lot. I believe it's, like 4 weeks. Four
Mm-hmm.
weeks of her time is like 1,000 years of my time,
That's what we heard.
right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So yeah, just she can progress, but to win Lee Sedol, then she definitely needs some other approach.
Okay. So because
Okay.
I was assuming that you would be maybe more confident in her chances, and I have a few other reasons that AlphaGo might be the underdog. You know,
Mm-hmm.
one of which is that everybody has been saying that she'll have an extra 4 weeks. She will get better. It does seem like we saw in the charts that there was some leveling off. That even after playing millions of games, each incremental game, like you say, was much less useful, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that it may be much slower. The other thing that I would say is just as guaranteed is that that there will be bugs in the software because
Mm-hmm.
all programs have bugs. Anybody out there who's written software can tell you that all computer programs will have bugs. So whether or not any of those show up in that game, no question, the DeepMind team is going to be making sure as hard as it can that there will be no situations that AlphaGo handles terribly, right? But it's
Mm-hmm.
possible because there are bugs in all software. That would be something.
Yeah. Again, just learning by herself, just
Mm-hmm.
playing, taking a time, it's not going to help much from now on,
Hmm.
because she should learn from others. Like humans should learn from others too.
Should play more stronger. That's a great idea. It's tough
Yeah.
because she needs to have millions of games. Like
Right.
the approach requires lots and lots of data.
And then also it may help a lot that she can understand like a human explanation,
Hmm.
like those kind of agile thing, the one from Big Avalanche.
Mm-hmm.
So if no one kind of explain to you, then you don't see it in the real game,
Right.
because they kind of avoid, and it's just like a hidden,
Right.
right?
Right.
So you wouldn't know it. You can find it by
You're
yourself.
referring to the exchange in the Avalanche Joseki, where you make that exchange to make another move sente to make it so that you don't have to answer something.
Right. So, but if I explain to you, you understand right away.
Totally. Absolutely. And
It's
everybody watching gets to understand. Thank you, man.
yeah, right. Everyone understand. So that's way more efficient way to learn, to be able to understand like a explanation, right? So if she can understand like a human, I don't know how to do it. It might be very difficult. I don't know. It might be easy.
That's a great question. I don't know. We'd
Yeah.
see what they have to
Then she can jump to the next level. And then she jumped to the next level and needs like several times in order to get reach Lee Sedol's level.
Right. Okay, so she still
Okay.
has several jumps ahead. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
sharing your
Yeah,
opinions on this.
that's it. Oh, that's all right.
That's it. That's everyone. You heard it. All right, so we're all gonna hope that February flies by quickly. Thank you so much, Myungwan. Really appreciate you having us here. Myungwan Kim, 9Dan Pro from the Korean Balduk Association. I'm Andrew Jackson from the AGA. The folks who helped us out today, we had Stephen Hu do the graphics that you saw. We've had our admin and moderation team, Akane Nagishi, Andy Olson, Ed Wong. And you might have heard some banjo music at the beginning. That was none other than John Henry. Ballad of John Henry, the Steel Driving Man by Clifton Hicks. Copper Hill, Tennessee. You can find his music on cliftonhicks.bandcamp.com. We're all excited to see what's happening. Myungwan, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back in March, and you can watch it all then. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew.
Well, when John Henry was a baby boy, just a sitting on his mom.